there, this is Isis. You've probably seen a couple of her other videos. This is a cracking little 15-2 full thoroughbred mare. Crap racer, brilliant. She's been with us probably 5-6 weeks now, something like that, not a massive amount of time. We've swapped her little French link Bauscher for a copper mullen mouth Pelham, just so I can be a lot lighter really, and she's responded really well to it. She was quite heavy on my right hand in the other bits that we tried, but this just enables me to keep her a little bit soft. Now Isis is super responsive to my seat, bearing in mind she was as crude could be on day one. We did some in-hand work with her, which we still continue to do, but she is super responsive. So I'm going to be doing mainly lateral work with her today, which I wanted to show you. I've warmed her up, so we've done lots of bits and pieces. I'm just going to kind of show you her leg yield and a little bit of shoulder in and work up to doing a bit of pirouette work, but I'm going to be doing a bit of a whistle-stop tour. I've already run through it with her, so I can be a little bit quicker than I would be should I be teaching it from scratch. Okay, she is super responsive to my seat, as I said, so I can literally just advance my right seat bone and get the turn that I want. Literally just a touch of the leg, and she's over. Way steady. Keen. Poking out her shoulder a little bit, but that's fine. I should have corrected that a bit earlier. Good girl. So we're going to I'm going to turn, and I'm going to do this away from the camera, so you'll probably be able to see better what my left leg is doing. So I'm going to turn her now. So literally, I just advance my left seat bone, and she's got it. She just understands. Super sensitive mare. Good girl. So I'm going to be leg yielding right. So I'm feeling for when this inside hind is coming forward, and that's the leg that I want to influence. So over, 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 over. Good girl. We lost a bit of straightness there, but that's all right. She is only 4 at the end of the day, so I'm not going to expect absolute perfection. Good girl. And turn. Good. You notice I'm turning her a little bit on her haunches so that I can build up towards a little pirouette later on. Come on, come over, Baba. It's going to open my right hand a bit. Yeah, good girl. Okay, that angle was a little bit acute. I lost my forward then. Good girl. But she has a good reach for a little horse. These little stumpy legs can really move. Good lady. That's a good girl. So I'm going to bring her down towards you now. A little bit of shoulder in. Her shoulder in's a little untidy. I think more so my shoulder in is a bit untidy. Steady. But I've got an idea as to how responsive she is to what I ask. I'm not going right at the end of the arena. Steady. That's it. I'm just using my seat to shorten the walk. Good girl. Steady. It's going to raise my outside hand a little bit. Steady. Well, that's not perfect, but that's all right. Good girl. I'm just going to give her a little trot, and then we're going to go one more time. Steady, steady. And walk. Oh, Baba. Ooh. Again, I stay light in the downwards transition, just so I don't thump up down on her back and make her hollow. Just keeps her a little bit softer. Hey, come on. I know. Yeah, Mummy's not helping, is she? Good girl. Well, for a little green horse, I'm pleased with that. Well done, Princess. I'm just going to turn her about and go the other way as well. Good lady, steady. What a lovely day. Hey, 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 listen. That's it. So I'm just vibrating my left hand a little bit, because although she likes to sit on my right, it can sometimes manifest itself as a little bit of a wooden left rein, as well as a wooden right rein. Good girl. So all the time, just keeping it soft. Again, using my seat to shorten the walk. See how quickly she comes back. Steady. So I'll just walk on a little bit, too much. Walk on. Yeah, that's good. Go on. Good girl. I'm not worried that she's a bit fussy in the mouth right now. That's okay. Good girl. Just going to trot her on. Steady. Steady. Really mindful not to pick up much of a contact, even though she's a little fussy in the mouth. I am staying still. So she's got that point of reference, for want of a better description really. If I start messing around and moving my hands all over the place, well then we're both just going to get over please. Then it's just going to be messy all round, and I'm going to walk her. Whoa. And walk. Good girl. Okay, so we're going to build up towards our pirouette. So the way I start this would be simply riding a square. So I would be putting my weight into my inside stirrup, asking with my right leg and a little bit of right rein on the neck. So I'm not pulling and hauling her around, because that's just going to be ugly. My left leg, I try not to do too much with it unless I need to activate that left hind or that inside hind a bit if they start to pivot. And if you find your horse difficult to turn on his haunches, or maybe he goes backwards or whatever, use a fence. So, for example, I can bring her right up to this fence, steady, and then move her over. She can't go backwards now because the fence is there. There we are, and walk on. Good girl. It's just good to use whatever tools you've got to hand, really. Good lady. And so we'll do the same this way. We start to turn her on her haunches. So weight into my inside stirrup a little bit. That's it. Good girl. Hey, 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 and over. Yeah, good lady. So that the rein becomes directional, just a little bit of pressure on the neck, just a touch is all she needs. She's really good. And a little bit of leg on the girth, just to ask those shoulders to come around. So if I wanted to start to ask her quarters to come around, for example, I would use my leg further back. And then, as you can see, she'll, really quickly, that was untidy, I'm sorry girl. Really quickly she'll start to move her bum away. A lot of this I've done in the stable and on the ground. So it's not just like I get on and give her a boot in the ribs and expect her to move over. She understands a physical and a verbal cue just from the stable work. That's it, and we're going to move the shoulders. You're a good lady. As you can see, she's on the weight of the rein. There's no pulling, there's no kicking. Everything can be nice and soft and light. And moving the shoulders. Oh yeah, over. Over, bub. Yeah, good. Well, lady. Okay, I'm just going to circle her and I'm going to come in for, I'm hoping to get 3/4, maybe a full pirouette to the left, just in walk. We might get a little bit of pivot on that inside hind here, but that's okay. At this moment, that's okay. Many purists would say it's not, but what I want is simply for her to listen to the directional aid. Oh yeah, cross girl. Okay, so I'm starting to make my circle smaller. I'm just bringing her up a little bit in the walk, weight into my inside stirrup, and over. Good girl, and over. So I'm just looking over my shoulder with my eyes, and over. Oh, what a good girl, and let her stretch. Yay, well done, lady. What a good lady pony. You can't ask more than that from a 4-year-old. Good girl. I'm just going to start to decrease the circle and do it one more time. I'm not going to overdo it. Steady. Yeah, you know. Over. 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 Hey, hey, hey. A little bit. Hey, steady. Walk her on. And start again. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right, lady. Come over. Good girl. We're going to go for it here. So I'm going to decrease the circle size. Just make sure I'm keeping her forward. Good girl. Good girl. Over. We've got a little bit of travel with this one, but that's okay. Over. Over. Good. She kept her bend. And she listened. It's not perfect. That's okay. I'm just going to make a change of rein. Good lady. And we're going to go the other way. Yeah, lady. Good girl. You're doing very well with mummy on you. She finds this rein a little bit more difficult, again, because she can be a little bit sticky on my right hand. But that's okay. As long as I'm in the strongest position possible for her. So I'm decreasing the circle, weight up to my inside seat bone, and over. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Wait a little bit quick. Good girl. Let me walk her out. That's a good girl. Hey, hey, hey. Come over. Over. Bum. Good girl. What a clever lady. So I'm just again going to change the rein. And I'm going to do it one more time to the right. Steady. I'm not worried too much about her fussing with her mouth. And a little bit head bobby. It's okay. She still lacks a lot of strength and a lot of discipline at times, but I like that element of wildness. Steady. That's it. So just shortening my seat a little bit. And asking her to come over. Go on. What a good girl. Way good girl. Hey? Yeah, good lady. Enough. I'm really chuffed with that. I'm not actually going to do anything more than that with her at this moment. I don't want to fry her brain. Thoroughbreds aren't brilliant with tons and tons of repetition. She'll just start to get shitty with me. I don't really want that. It's not fair on her. So, yeah, you can start this work right from day one. You know, anything you can do to make your horse that little bit more supple. You know, you're out hacking and there's a car coming towards you. You need to know that if you have to, you can move. Even if you just got to poke your front end in a little bit, or I don't know, suddenly you've got to go, get over. Steady, good girl. That was mean, but it illustrates my point. You need to be able to move your horse left and right. That's bro, right? I think she's done. Good girl.